Welcome back for our second tutorial. So next we're going to create an MPC style MIDI slicing preset. So basically what that's going to do is allow you to trigger samples which cut each other off as the next sample is played. Alright, so let's get into it. Basically what we want to do is locate our drum rack present in our instruments folder and drop that into our session view. Next, we want to locate a sampler and drop that into our C1 square within the drum rack. And after we've done that, we want to open up the chain view in drum rack. So we've opened our chain view here, and this opens this window. Now we want to click I/O. Next, we want to locate the choke and set that to 1. So this goes back to what I was saying about one note cutting off the note that was played previously. Because we don't want our samples to overlap, because generally that can cause a chaotic kind of sound, and that's not what we're going for. We want to ensure that the samples don't do that. So basically the choke is going to group everything so that as soon as the next sample triggers, the other one dies out immediately. Okay. So after that's done, we want to go back and set those macro controls. So basically the 8 controls that I went over earlier. So we can close our chain for right now and open up our macro controls. So now let's click simpler, double click, and our first setting is sample start. So let's click map mode, and that highlights basically the settings that you can map are going to be green. So let's click macro 1 and click sample start, click map. Next, we are going to map sample length and so on. So we'll keep going here. Finish this up really quickly. Okay, and excuse me for 1 second. I am trying to find a setting that I cannot find currently, so that's okay. I'm actually looking for volume. There's no wham bam volume right in my face except for this, so I can't exactly find it. However, it's not necessarily that important right now, and I will add an annotation when I do figure that out. Alright, so moving on, we'll go to transpose right there. Okay, that's map, detune, and lastly we have spread. Okay, great. Alright, so we're done mapping. We can name this essentially anything we want, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I got to this menu by right-clicking the drum rack, right on the name drum rack. Okay, rename tut slice, short for tutorial slice. Okay, and now we want to save this to our presets folder. So I'm going to locate to my home folder, the home library folder, and now we have defaults, so collapse that folder, go to slicing, and it's as simple as dragging and dropping into this, and now you can rename it here if you want as well. But basically that's pretty much it. So there you have it, an MPC style MIDI slicing preset.